part creative. And so we like to get a metric of who's joining us in these meetings. Cody, I like your background. Way to represent. So go ahead and scan the code. Leslie will drop the sign in link if you are on a computer. It's a little bit annoying to bring out your phone so you can sign in that way. It's really important to us. We will send out a survey after this class. You can let us know how we did. Hi, Mary Jo. Good to see you. Awesome. So just once again, go ahead and sign in for us, and then we will get going. All right. So first off is our team introductions. So I'm sure if anybody's joined us or visited a marketing class, you've seen our faces before. Your Tomlinson marketing team consists of me. Hi, Josefa. And I live in the Tri-Cities, but I get to travel and visit you guys throughout the year. Brad is hailing out of our Spokane offices. He's been, I'm not going to get the years right, but he's been with us for a handful of years. 4, 5? Ugh.
Going on 6, I think.
Oh, dang, call me out. And then Christina, I believe you're probably coming up on your 3rd anniversary, right? Come on.
Yes.
Okay, phew.
Good job.
And Christina lives in our Boise Meridian area and serves our agents over there. This year we had Leslie join us. So Leslie is our junior marketing our coordinator out of our Kennewick office. She focuses a majority of her time in our Kennewick space. And we have a very special guest, Jessica. If you have had any DMG training, you'll know that Jessica is paramount to those education videos. And so she is so graciously lending us her time. She's a rock star and she is the czar of all things DMG. So we are going to have her teach a little portion of this class. So
you're laying on a real thick.
I'm trying, girl. I'm trying. No, honestly, we are grateful for your time because we did steal you away from your day-to-day for this class. Awesome, guys. So that's just a little introductions. We're going to go ahead and get started. So I put this slide in here because you know what? I know I've seen the infomercial and I'm sure we've seen it somewhere. Props to whoever can guess what this is. I actually don't know. It's just something that's lived in my head for a long time. This idea of set it and forget it. It must have been a crock pot or like an Instapot or some sort of like cooking thing. And really this idea of setting things and forgetting it, right? Like who doesn't love just to put a little bit of effort in and then kind of be hands off and let things happen? I believe it might have been a crock pot, but somebody in the chat will tell me what it is. But I actually stole the concept of this class from our local Kennewick manager. He ran a really quick highlight series in one of our sales meetings. And I was like, can I steal that? Like literally, can I rip you off? And he said, absolutely, because he's wonderful. So this whole idea of setting and forgetting it is a really fun concept to think about. But when we're in marketing and when we talk about these things moving forward, it is a set it and forget it. But nowhere in marketing should you ever really forget it, right? We want to capitalize on tools that save you time, but you can't really forget it. So we say it with a little bit of humor and a set it and forget it, not quite. And we'll kind of cover some tools in the next couple slides on the things that are really automated. And you probably could forget it if you really wanted to, but of course, as with any marketing, you should check in on your automated marketing products like your e-blasts and those sort of things a couple times a year, right? You want to make sure that it's, working correctly and doing its job. So that's really the concept of this class is this idea. We're going to highlight a bunch of really great tools across the regions for this concept of set it and forget it. So with that, it'll tie in with the next slide, but really we wanted to kind of explore where does your business come from? So if you are from the Kennewick office, we have talked about SOI, and I'm sure lots of offices have talked about SOI all the time. SOI is sphere of influence. So in an NAR study in 2024, guys, 41% of your clients, as they surveyed agents across the nation, are coming from your sphere of influence. These people already like you, know you, care about you. 20% is going to be from your business, right, from your repeat clients, but they're referring you business as well. This concept isn't new. We know this. We know investing in the relationships that you've had in previous transactions is a valuable way to spend your time. But really that comes into like, goodness, like you have to kind of do it all, right? You have to do all the things for maybe your new farming and keeping in touch with this 41% on average of your sphere. Some of this may be higher, guys. I mean, this could be a very higher number in your business. You really kind of have to evaluate where your business is coming from. It's part of a good marketing strategy to look at that every year. So I feel like this is a little bit of a conservative number, but we're going to go with what the data is telling us. Okay. So what are we doing here? I'm going to ask you guys this question and kind of answer it internally. And I mean, oftentimes it's no, because there's so many tools out there, and that's why we're having this class. But are you actually using the tools that are provided from you, from the brand and your Tomlinson team, to save you time? So that, again, revisiting this idea of, goodness, I have all this, you had a lot to do. You are a marketer for your own business. You are, the actual business owner. You're doing contracts. You're doing so many things. Are you utilizing the tools available to save you time? Because we have a lot, and a lot of them are valuable and will save you time, and more importantly, money, right? Because money is time. All right, so we're going to get straight into some of these concepts. Before we do, I want to be thoughtful about one quick thing. We wanted to create a strategy class in this thing. So we're going to highlight a bunch of tools. What we won't be doing is screen sharing and walking you through every single element, because that is super, that can be super time consuming, because we want to go slow. We want to make sure you guys are following along. So we're going to cover overview of each tool. And then at the very end, I'll show you guys where we've just put a bunch of new walkthrough tutorials. So you don't have to do everything on this list. And by all means, we're not going to make you sit through every tutorial on this list. But if something catches your eye, we're going to show you where you can find a step-by-step for that, okay? So that we don't really drag everybody through each of these tools. With that, I'm going to kind of hand it over. I will still be managing the slides, so Brad, don't forget to let me know when you change slides, to Brad. So Brad Brown, again, is in our Spokane office, and he's going to share our first tool.
Yeah, thanks, Josefa. I got a couple ones that I'm going to share here that I think a lot of you will probably be familiar with. If you aren't, you should check them out. These are great, easy set it and forget it postcards that you can send out. So the first one here is from your friends. And I'll just start off with the caveat that this is not available in all of our regions. It is only available in Tri-Cities, Spokane, and Boise, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Josefa.
That's correct.
But yeah, this is a postcard option that you can opt into from your friends, and you can have it sent out every single month. So the postcard provides discounts to local restaurants and businesses around town. So it's a great way to send out a value add to your sphere. It's not something that you just pick up out of the mailbox and maybe throw away. It's something that they can keep around and provide them some discount when they go out to eat dinner. So the way you go about from your friends is you can just create an account through their website. So it's pretty simple, and we'll have more tutorials on the hub when we're done with the class. But essentially, you just create a profile, you upload your headshot, your contact information, and then you can upload your sphere of influence that you want to send it to. And then once you're done with that, you can essentially just set it and forget it. You can also kind of monitor it on a monthly basis if you want to do it that way as well. Yeah, it's super, super easy. I know a lot of people like to also send these postcards unaddressed to the office so they can have them on hand. So you can bring them to open houses. You can have them in your car to hand out to clients if you'd like to do it that way as well. Yeah, that's it from your friends. And then next, we're going to go into the quarterly market snapshot postcards. This is another one that we've had around for a few years now, available in all of our regions. This is a postcard that we on the marketing team, we put together every quarter. So this will send out 4 times a year. And it uses a system called the Lawton Portal that we have a relationship with a local print vendor here in town. And yeah, this postcard is a postcard that will go out 4 times a year. It displays market stats localized to your region. And you have a few different options of the different counties and the different statistics you can send out that way as well. But similar to from your friends, this is one that you can create an account in the Lawton Portal, upload your database, create your profile with your headshot and contact information, and you can just have this automatically send out every quarter without even having to think about it if you don't want to. So it's super easy once you get set up. I think it's a great value to send to your clients, and it pairs well with a lot of other marketing efforts that you can do as well that might not be centered around market stats or even the real estate market. Yeah, and again, this is another good one that if you want to, you can ship blanks to the office. You can have it on hand as well for open houses and whatever uses you want. Yeah. I think we'll hand it off to
All right,
Christina
so
now.
Sorry,
yes,
I clicked it without being prompted. My bad.
good prompting. Yeah, so monthly marketing assets. I know that we send out an email, we talk about these a lot, but what exactly are these? So every month behind the scenes, we're working on creating some fresh content for you. So Facebook covers, social media posts, as well as the copy, so the text that you would pair with that post. And then we have pop-by tags. So every month we load those up, we send you an email, and this is really the social media graphics are to add what you're already posting to your socials. So they're great fill-ins. We usually have like some fun posts, some educational, holidays that we try and highlight. And when you go to the hub, there's a button that says download post copy. So that's actually an Excel file that you can cut and paste. So we already have the hashtags, we have the copy for you, and it's ready to go. So you don't have to think about, what am I going to say about this post? And then for your Facebook business page, we have the covers on there. So these items are less of a set it and forget it and more of a manage and maintain, but we've tried to make it as easy as possible that so you can just hop in, download what you want, upload it. We also have the pop-by tags, and these are a great way to stay in contact with your sphere of influence. So besides the monthly pop-by tags, we also have a library. So we really cover like holidays, seasons. We've got something in there for everything. And we also provide the gifts that you would give with it. So we give you ideas for that too. If you're like, oh, this is a great, summer one. Hey, we've got maybe pair it with like a lemonade pouch or something. So we've got ideas on there to help with that, again, to make it as easy. And your ACE can help you with those pop-by tags. There, you can personalize it with your headshot and your contact information. So they are ready to go with that little gift. So this is just a great way to stay in contact. And if you want to go to the next slide, please. So this is just an example of like our Facebook cover from April. And then we have a post on there. And then there's some samples of all of our little pop-by tags. And yeah, those are all just some great ways to stay in contact with people that are on your social media and whoever you want to deliver those pop-by tags to. And I think I got the next one too. If you want to go to the next slide. Perfect, thank you. Okay, so Home Spotter Boost is a tool. If you go to CB Desk, that's going to be right one of the tools that are on there. So this is a digital ad, and they have agent ads that run for a month. These are great, pretty cost-effective digital advertising for you to grow your brand, attract new clients. So this is less of a set it and forget it and more of a launch and run. Within that space, you can either do a static ad, which is $129 per month with 8,000 to 12,000 views, or you can upgrade to a video ad. And the user interface is really simple. Like it goes through all the steps of the creative, what you'd like as your background. You add what title you want, all the text that goes with it. And then the other great part is they have a next door option. So if you're not familiar with that, that's an app. Like if you live in a subdivision, you can connect it. And it's like a local Facebook. And so you can run ads through there. You can't run video, it is static, but they do have the option. It jumps it up to 227, but that's a really great hyper local offer. And then once you're in there, you get to set up to 5 target areas. So you can enter the city, or you can enter a zip code of where you want that ad to go. And then the other part that they do that's really great is they provide the landing page for you. So when somebody sees your ad and they click the learn more, the next screen comes up with what is my home worth. And so, yeah, thank you. Yeah, so that is the landing page. And so they'll add in their address and their email, and this kind of shows you the campaign overview. That's kind of your dashboard. It'll show you how long your campaign's running, how many have engaged, how many leads you have. And then those are all of the different platforms it's running on: Realtor, HGTV, CNN, and a bunch more. So it's a great cost-effective way for you to digitally market your business yourself. And then I'm going to hand it over to Jessica, who's going to talk about DMG.
Okay, so on DMG, there is something called My Customer for Life, and they are little articles that you can set up to send out to your clients. You can either, there's a couple of different ways, and there is a video tutorial already up that tells you all the different ways. You can either send it out as an email by picking the specific article that you want and sending it out to your group. You can also add it to your agent website, which you can see on the screen where it's like circled, says My Client Articles, so it can be on your agent website. And then you can also have it post directly to your Facebook page. You can pick how often you want it to post, if you want them to delete after a certain amount of time. And so that's kind of the set it and forget it part, is doing it on your social media. But the other ones are a little more maintenance. This is not in Kennewick, but I understand that there is another option, and Josefa knows more about that.
Nice tie-in, Jessica. Well played. Okay, guys. So yes, the DMG tool is a cool tool. And I think Mary Jo, I don't know that there's another agent from our Kennewick office, but we are not part of the DMG program, but we have Moxie. And I know that Moxie is or can be available in other areas. So if it's active in your area, you can check it out. But for our Kennewick agents, Moxie Engaged Neighborhood News is our sort of answer to, kind of connecting with your folks in a very set it, and like we said, forget it with an asterisk, right? We don't want to completely forget it, but Moxie Engage is one of those data-driven pieces. So if you have a client that loves the quarterly market postcard that is done by our team and you're engaged in that, you should probably link them into this program here because it's data driven. So Neighborhood News is a monthly email campaign that you can set up for your clients. It's nice, it's beautiful, it's simple. It takes you maybe 3 to 5 minutes to set up for your clients, and you can personalize what that looks like. So you can do something as wide as a zip code for perhaps in like West Pasco, you've got a client there and you want to keep them involved with what's happening in the market. You can put them into a 99301, for example. Additionally, you can do a little bit more targeted, a little bit more targeted report for them. That's a little more niche into what that area would look like. And the cool thing, and I'm going to jump over in here, this is what it looks like. But if you have a client that, for example, is looking to buy, and I'm going to use Tri-Cities as this example because this is an active tool that we use, but you have a client that's not ready to buy this month and they're really not sure what area they want to look at, you can set up multiple neighborhood newses for them. So you can put them in, maybe they're deciding between a West Pasco and I don't know, like a South Kennewick sort of vibe. I don't know if those match or whatever, but you can put multiple zip codes, multiple reports to them, and it's beautifully branded. It comes straight from you every month in an automated way. So really exciting. Here's a look of sort of what that looks like. They get an email with a little preview of the report, and it gives them this is all tied into the MLS. So that the data is all sort of coming from there, and it gives us market trends, sort of some changes that are happening in the market, and some of the listings that might be available in that zip code. So very nice package program. I am going to chime in one more time here. Let me see. Okay, awesome. So we went over high level in some of these classes, and we're going to leave some time for questions because there's a ton of them in the chat. Leslie's going to highlight a couple of them. But what I didn't want you guys to think is that we're going to leave you hanging. We're not leaving you hanging with, okay, well, that was great, but where do I do that? And well, that was cool. Like I don't know, like that's not enough information. We got you guys. So we wanted to form this class again as a high level class. We didn't want to get into screen sharing, click here, click there in every single tool, because not every single tool is maybe something that you guys want to use. However, we have already, as of right now, we recorded them yesterday, by the way, if you're wondering, we have 3 brand new mini tutorials in our marketing library. So if you guys saw the Moxie Engage, Mary Jo, and you're like, okay, well, that's cool. I want to see how that is. There's a class already online. There's a QR code there. We will send you the link directly to this page so that you can go watch that tutorial. And that tutorial, I believe, is only about 8 minutes long. But that way you have the ability to go through and do that. We also, thank you, Jessica. Jessica recorded a My Customer for Life. You saw that and you're like, cool, I want to do that. I want to capitalize on that. Well, Jessica has done a walkthrough piece by piece for you so that you can watch it again, do it again, test it. And guys, this is the one I'm excited about. I'm glad it's in teal and it's big here. We've had so many requests for MMA. How do I do that? Okay, our MMAs have been launched for probably years. We've had our MMAs for years, at least 5. And one of the questions we get asked the most is like, well, that's great. How do I do that? So this is our most requested class, and it's a mini class. I believe it's about 18 minutes long, so you do want to set a little bit of time for it, but I have walked you through what are the MMAs, how do I download them, and more importantly, how do I schedule them so that that tool really becomes something that is, it becomes efficient, right? Because you can go and download an MMA post every single day. That's not a great use of your time, I promise you that. But we've actually walked you through the most efficient way of planning those posts out. And you get to do those. I mean, you could do those quarter at a time. I mean, you may only have to do it 4 times a year if you're strategizing right. The marketing team releases a quarter. Go watch this every quarter. Go watch this tutorial if you need a refresher, and boom, schedule out, your quarter at a time. So I guess I definitely didn't want to leave you guys hanging. That every single tool that we have here, we have a couple more that we want to add, but these are your homework. These are what you guys should go dig into, chew through, and kind of get in there and learn, okay? And go back and reference them. So brand new. I will say that the CB Boost one that we did share with Christina is already an active class here. There are a couple of small price changes, but if you guys are wondering about that CB Boost tool, it is fantastic. Do not sleep on that. It is one of our most amazing tools. If you remember our social ad engine, this is that replacement. It's fantastic. So take a look at that as well. And we're going to get to questions because I see a lot of them in here. Questions. Leslie, would you let us know a couple questions?
Yes. So we actually only have 2 questions.
Oh, I have 2. I thought there was more. I guess somebody's. Oh, you guys are answering them. That's why.
So, someone asked of the potential of bringing from your friends to Idaho Falls, and if anyone else from Idaho Falls is wondering, it's not at this time, but we're hoping for in the future they'll be able to.
Yes.
And there was another question of where was the Home Spotter ad? So, that is in your CB Desk portal.
Yes, and that's a really intuitive. I'm going to add that's a really intuitive program to get in and test. You can do, Christina, is it $39 or $49 for a listing ad? And I believe you had mentioned 120 something for an agent promotion ad. That's all outlined in this class here. So you guys can dig into that. But that was one I'd recommend if you take, okay, well, maybe 2. Not all of them, but if you take one really high value class, I feel like our Home Spotter Boost is an underutilized tool in general. It's a really, really smart and easy way to do things. So that would be a big one. So don't sleep on that technology and the tutorials there. Awesome. I'll add my own answers to everything, right? Okay, what else, Kelsey? Or sorry, Leslie. I saw your name, Kelsey. Sorry.
Those are the only 2 questions that came through.
Okay, come on, guys. You gotta have to have more than that.
All right, we do have another one.
Yeah.
Can we get a QR code added to our quarterly
Oh.
market review for our individual cards?
That's interesting. So CG, can you explain a little bit more, maybe the ask? I mean, we love getting suggestions. We obviously, is that like to your personal page, or are you thinking?
Is that the postcard? Quarterly
Yeah,
market postcard?
yeah. CG, go ahead.
So I watched that, I'm going to say the listing experts Zoom
Oh,
meeting.
cool. Mm-hmm.
And the gal, I don't remember her name, but she had like 600 transactions last year.
Wow. Uh-huh.
So I'm plagiarizing brazenly.
We call it
So-
R&D, rip off and
Okay.
duplicate.
Yeah.
We do it too.
We'll roll with that. So what I thought I heard her say, and you guys can follow up with her or her
Sure.
marketing gal. It's a QR code that leads the potential client to like the Home Spotter tool where they fill in their information,
Okay.
name, address, phone number, email. But here's the other, I'm going to say, we'll call it what we have to really smooth out is I want that information to come to
Sure.
me so I can follow up within 90 seconds, which is what I heard her say
Sure.
her protocol is, right? Speed to the lead.
Okay, awesome. So with a company provided quarterly postcard, that might not be the solution that you're looking for. So we could, and we do actually do this in our Pullman office. We have a different marketing, market report. We do quarterly there, and we do have quarterly reports. Sorry, we do have QR codes that lead to the quarterly market report in that area offered by the office. CG, in your case, I would say let's meet. So I know you guys know that the marketing team does do individual meetings, but this would be something that is a custom project. And we could do that for you. We could set up the whole card for you and give you your own QR code. But that really is a unique marketing and agent project. That is a great idea. I feel like if CG's sharing it in this space, that we should all feel welcome to, what is the word, R&D from CG? So let's meet, and I would love to talk to you about what that could look like. So that is, like you said, I think the key point in my brain is like, you wanted those leads, which you should, right? You should get those. But adding a QR code adding a QR code to any postcard is a win. That is such a great way to start bringing those people back into a loop where you're connecting with them. Anytime we're doing personalized custom postcards for agents, by the way, guys, we do, if we have something that, if you have an idea that we don't already have an existing solution for, we can meet with you guys and create a project plan and a design plan. Some of those projects will come with a fee, so be thoughtful that we want to be, what that looks like, but a QR code system that loops you around and keeps you connected with those direct mails is a winning idea. So thank you, CG. Sorry to, to kind of pivot on you, but yeah, that is something that we can explore. Great question. Whew. Anybody else?
And keeping track of the QR codes is also important.
Yeah, keeping track of QR codes is important.
Yep.
And
just a little plug on the CB Boost ad. Keep in mind when you're doing it, if you choose a video promotion, the cost is a little bit different than if you just do graphics. And so that is something to keep in mind. And we have run some of those in Spokane for agents that didn't know where or how to do that tool. And we've had tremendous success with it, with like very small tweaks in, for example, if you're doing an open house ad, making sure that you're only scrolling through in the video the pictures of the front of the house, because the goal is that they see the front of the house and then they come to your open house to see the inside of the house type of a thing.
Great
and
idea.
it's like you can place an ad. I've got it kind of systemized now. I can probably get an ad placed in 10 minutes or less. It's a win-win-win.
Yeah, I'm going to add to that too.
So Kelsey's going over.
Oh, sorry. I will.
I was just going to say Kelsey's prefer. Go ahead. I was going to say.
Please stop recording. This is hilarious. No, go ahead, Christina. I will maintain my silence.
Oh, Kelsey's just going over. There's agent ads and then there's property ads, just so that that's not confusing. So there's open house, price improvement, just listed. That's a whole other side of HomeSpotter that is included on that video where Josefa was showing you the little mini highlights. It'll show you also property videos. So kind of two parts of HomeSpotter, which is awesome. Take advantage of both.
Yes. And I will say also, with HomeSpotter Boost ads, if you've tried them, I will say try again, because I feel like they're constantly changing it. I think when we first launched HomeSpotter Boost ads, we had some mixed reviews, but I've been hearing good success. So I would encourage you to dabble in it, try it again. We've been hearing a lot of really positive things in the last couple months. And again, like Christina said, if you don't have a listing, go do an agent promotion ad. And if you have a listing, go in there and run one. It's pretty cool. Share with us that feedback as well, by the way, because that's important. We want to know how you feel about it. We want to know if it's working. We want to know those exciting or not so exciting sort of things. Great. Thank you, Kelsey, for chiming in. Your expertise is always appreciated. Anybody else got some questions? Okay, well, we are going to stay on a little bit. If you sort of get shy and you want to wait till people leave, we'll stay on for a little bit to talk about this. But I'm going to throw this last slide up. Oh, I guess not. Here we go. this is kind of our survey. So I know we had a QR code. If you signed in, you'll get a copy of this link. But this is super important, and it only takes a couple of minutes. We look at this feedback, we take it super seriously. Your time is valuable. If you found this class was delivered at a high level, maybe too high, let us know. If you thought it was too basic, let us know. I do have a personal question in there. Do you feel like it was delivered too fast? Let me know. I will say I do get that sometimes, and it's always a good reminder. Or maybe you're in the camp of I went too slow, and I definitely want to hear if you thought it was a little slow. And then more importantly than all of that, let us know what you guys want to see next, because your feedback influences the direction we go with these classes. Our only goal is to make these valuable. And if we're not doing that, we want to hear why. And we want to hear what could make that valuable. So if you want to scan this QR code and let us know, it really only takes a couple of minutes. You can leave us, it can be anonymous, it can be non-anonymous. If you're going to say something nice, so make it non-anonymous so I can say thank you. And yeah, we will also get this in email if you signed in, so you don't feel like you have to scan it if you just need to pop off and do something else. Please stay on if you have any questions that we can address with you that maybe you don't want to share with the group, or you're just kind of thinking about them and mulling them over. We're here for you. Thank you guys so much for your time. Appreciate you. Oh, yeah, and by the way, last thing, this class has been recorded and will be on the hub in about 24 hours. So if somebody missed it, or if you had a friend that was like, dang, I can't make it, it'll be on the hub. Did I interrupt you, Christina, or were you going to say that?
Nope. Just
awesome.
Echoing you.
Thanks, guys. Please stay on and ask some questions. Come on. We're still here. We can stop recording now, though.